fighting through with an epic run in the loser bracket. No one believed that they could have done it, but they took down the Giants of Envy in the loser bracket final. On the other end, they are completely undefeated so far in the tournament. Let me introduce the first team. You've loved them, you've cheered for them. Please give it up for SPLYCE! Going up against SPLYCE is an American team that has won most of the tournaments this year. They have been unstoppable in the tournament. They haven't even dropped a series yet. Can anyone take down the green wall? Please welcome OpTic Gaming! All right, we got Mental on the stage and the fans are loving it. I'm gonna ask you the first question. Last time I've seen you guys on stage, we didn't really expect to see SPLYCE back in the grand finals. How impressed are you with those guys?
I mean, they've been firing all cylinders. They deserve it as much as we do.
All right. I've seen you so many times today and throughout the weekend. I've got to ask you, you've had a long day, very long series, a lot of hype, a lot of energy into HDGame. Do you still feel fresh? Do you still feel like you've got it to go all the way to maybe 3 maps?
We're gonna destroy them.
Woo! Do you agree?
I mean, they have to beat us twice. I just don't see it happening.
All right, well, you guys have matched up once in the tournament already. It was in pool play, and it didn't go very well for you on the side of SPLYCE. But you're a completely different team now, and you've got matching playstyles. You're very aggressive teams. Is that going to be maybe the key here?
It was more for confidence or attitude, something like that. We were complaining about each other, like in the first match, United, OpTic. And then now we're playing with a lot of chemistry. Like everybody of us know what they have to do. And they are doing great.
Doing great indeed. Mental, last question. We've seen Envy going up against SPLYCE, and we've talked about Envy like a team who could punish, some of the 3-cap push that they were doing, maybe weren't organized enough sometimes. You guys are more of their playstyle, very aggressive. Do you think that's going to match up well, even though Envy couldn't punish them?
Definitely. I think it matches up in our favor, to be honest with you.
All right, well, guys, let's hear it one more time for your grand finalists. SPLYCE and OpTic are going up against each other here in Paris. Guys, get ready for action. It's been so exciting, and this finals is about to be fired. Guys, back over to you.
Very much, Jonas, and you heard the confidence again from my Identives. We're going to destroy them.
He is the definition of an alpha, all right? He really is. Like, when it comes down to all 10 of those players in that stage, I think he is maybe the top dog. It's between them two. It's either him or Mental. He has so much confidence in his individual ability, and that alone has brought this team out there, and Chaos has taken this game to another level as well.
Mental doesn't even need to necessarily say it. Yeah. Because he's the type of guy who he just lets his gameplay do the talking.
He does. He
probably has the #1 play from this weekend, that 1v3 on B Hill on Dam. If you looked up the definition of outplay in the dictionary, you're going to see that gif of him destroying 3 people running at it.
Yes.
Mental really does let his gameplay do the talking. And with that said, so do the SPLYCE boys as well. We have ourselves a brand new grand final. Haven't seen it at all throughout the professional circuit this year. OpTic Gaming versus SPLYCE. If SPLYCE was to reset this bracket, it would be absolutely insane.
I'm gonna lose it, Benson. If they do it,
I think I'm gonna lose it too.
I'm gonna lose it, man. I was happy with Mental and Identities up there on the main stage because those are my 2 key players for this matchup. It's going to come down to both of those guys to really clutch up and win it for their team. The one thing is about SPLYCE is that SPLYCE is the best team from their region. Just like OpTic Gaming is the best team from their region. SPLYCE may have a bigger fan base in Gears Esports when it comes down to OpTic Gaming, all right?
This is true.
SPLYCE knows that they have a ton of people behind them. They've got the notifications on their phone. They might even have this crowd here in Paris behind them more than OpTic Gaming.
Definitely they do.
SPLYCE are out there. Identities is giving them confidence. Choche is giving them confidence. They are unified here on this main stage. And I don't think nerves is going to come to these boys. I think we're about to have a dogfight here.
As long as they start strong. That's the key for SPLYCE.
It is.
That really is the key for SPLYCE. You cannot allow OpTic Gaming to get in the swing of things. Because when they
this,
do...
This first map is a must-win.
Oh, I completely agree.
It's a 100% win.
It is a must, because if they don't, and OpTic Gaming kind of repeats what we saw in pool play, when these two teams already played, that's when SPLYCE's heads may go down. But as you heard Identiv say, you know, when they played last time, they weren't really communicating well. They were blaming each other. Now, though, everyone is trusting each other. Their teamwork is a lot better today, and you can kind of justify that. But when you look at the teams that these guys have beat today on that losers bracket run, but as we said, we can talk about the other teams. It doesn't matter. You're at the final boss. You're OpTic Gaming, the best team in the game. They've won the most championships this year. They've never lost a map in pool play. I mean, this is a squad who have been cruising through the year as the best team ever.
Yeah, man. SPLYCE is going to have to be swift here against them. They're going to have to, you know, try to knock OpTic out here, right here on the first map. I think they can. Like I said, I think they can. I think it's going to be a good one, man. Lift, when it comes down to both of these teams on this map, they both favor it a lot. They rarely get to play it, but both these two teams, they are so comfortable on this map, and we're going to see who has the best gameplay, of course. OpTic beat them earlier. You know, they were in the same pool together, but I think this is going to be completely different than the first time, Benson.
I agree.
It's going to be interesting. Everybody, yo, blow it up in the chat. Who you guys want to win?
Beast.
Is it SPLYCE? Is it OpTic Gaming? It's your boy, God Blazing Benson, coming at you guys live here. We're about to kick it off here on Lift, the grand finals here in Paris. Let's go.
OpTic Gaming going to be your red squad for this one. SPLYCE, your blue squad. Round number 1 now underway. There, of course, a look at that blue hill. We're going to kick things off on board with Chaos. Chaos had a fantastic event thus far. Can he keep it up? Can he already draw his first blood of the round, though? Adverse getting shut down, but you can see SPLYCE is intent. Already trying to cap that B hill.
Yeah, they're going to get in there quickly, and OpTic, they're going to get it. They're going to hold down that B hill. They're looking to possibly rotate. OpTic is already looking towards the home hill, but Chaos, he's going to trade off right there. And they're going to hold off on their home hill so far, but OpTic, they're putting the pressure on him. Involvement's going to be in a bad position. He has 3 OpTic Gaming members in front of him. They're going to need some help soon. Identis needs to get this B hill.
And this was the potential nerves that we were talking about earlier on. SPLYCE completely out of position, and OpTic Gaming making the statement. Round number 1 only took 49 seconds for the trip cap domination to come through. We talked about it, and this was the fear for SPLYCE. You have to start strong. You got to get rid of those nerves, those cobwebs almost that could potentially come through. Your first time ever in a grand final. It's going to be a nervous time. Whereas OpTic Gaming, this is like their home.
That's what I want there.
I think you want incense.
Oh yeah, I got him.
You got the incense.
I got him.
You got the incense. SPLYCE love their incense.
No, yo, Designite, he has the hottest hands here in Gears of War. SPLYCE is so good with him. They make so many plays with him. This is going to be an interesting round.
Definitely will. We'll see how those incidents do play out, of course, on that home street. For SPLYCE once again, making their way over toward B. Icy's going to be the first one there. Dezo has those incidents already in hand, but staying with Icy. He's just waiting to see if Chaos is going to push through the smoke. It doesn't look like it. Throws out a smoke of his own. Mental now grabs OpTic Gaming's pair of incidents, and Explosive already draws first blood. Icy just being so unbelievably patient. You said Dezo has hot hands. He's already managed to actually find that pick on Mental. Ironically, the other instant player in the game for OpTic Gaming. Adverse, though, with the pick on Explosive, still looking for SPLYCE to get a little bit of control of this B hill.
Oh, they're about to go over there, and they're about to take the OpTic Gaming's home hill here as well. Adverse, he needs to take out Icy. He's not able to, but he's going to have some help here with Chaos. Can Icy get him? Chaos takes one. They're going to have help. Icy goes down.
That could be a trip
and they're going to come out with the domination. Nobody's going to touch him right here. Those incense.
They are. No,
the last plate.
Identis and Dezo both find picks. The hill's still going to be neutralized, but SPLYCE, they bounce back.
I told you those incense was going to make a big play there for SPLYCE. Dezo took Mental out right away there. And then you saw Chaos down there. He made sure he was able to take out Red Icy with SPLYCE. Good rotations there. See, those incense is going to make it almost seem like they got 4 people on the other side of the map.
Right.
It's just going to multiply those numbers right there. Designite, he is just so accurate with them. And SPLYCE, even if they lose the B hill, they're going to always be putting pressure on OpTic's home hill.
Nice round from SPLYCE. Just what they needed to just come back and get that momentum back in their favor, get rolling.
Even this placement right here about OpTic, ooh, that's a scary one. Because we know Identis and Chaos are sharpshooters with it. So that weapon placement is going to play into SPLYCE's hand here as well. SPLYCE, they're loving it so far. This map is set up more in SPLYCE's favor, if you ask me.
Going to come down to whether Icy can manage to win that initial over towards maintenance. That's why they put the M bar down over there. He's going to be the first one in. And we're going to have a quick look to see exactly how this one is going to play out. Icy still on your screen. Smoke goes out. Chaos is going to push straight through. Chaos does go down. Icy should be able to clean that up if he wants to. Instead, looks like they're going to try and force a 2v1, but that could be
it's a
costly.
1v1
little bit of
here.
mistake. Now it's a 1v1. Adverse goes down, and it should be cleaned up by OpTic. But Involving springs into life. They're going to get the revive as well. Kenny pinned in the corner. What can he do? 1v2. He goes down, and already the pressure is on the A hill.
The rotation from Involving came up there and was able to save them. And as I said before, Designite and Identis will keep putting that pressure on OpTic's home hill.
Splyce now 2-1 up. As you said, those Insins definitely going to help out. Splyce, we know they love this map, as to OpTic Gaming, but they just rarely get to play it. So you can see what OpTic Gaming was thinking when they picked this.
What OpTic Gaming needs to not do is make the same mistake Envious did playing against Splyce. Overconfidence.
It's true.
Overconfidence. Envious, they dug themselves in a hole that they could not dig themselves out of. Map 2.
Well, we're going to have, it looks like frag grenades are being hovered up top. Going to be...
Sniper.
No. Yes.
Sniper on the other side of the map.
They put Longshot top deck now in an effort to maybe try and split the resources. I mean,
you know, a sniper can be a counter to Embar as well, just based off the amount of time it takes to Embar to charge. Yep. Yeah, and even if you was to charge Embar and cover, your head will still peak. But we'll see here. You know, it takes 45 seconds to acquire that sniper rifle because this map is moving, and when it reaches the bottom, you have 3-4 weapon slots actually open up. So.
And depending on how quick these rounds are, could potentially be irrelevant. Adverse draws first blood of the round. That's going to be explosive. Brings his life over towards the B hill, but it looks as if he's just going to try and maybe assist Kenny. Going to try and come through the flank. Chaos has Embar in hand. Involving is going to have to try and get out of there. That's a 1v2. I think the prediction came through from Kenny. He recognized someone was trying to flank. Involving goes down, as does Adverse. Both players cleaned up from OpTic Gaming, and this now a 5-on-2. Instance being launched out. Dezo does have sniper rifle now in hand. Identis has sniper rifle in hand. We'll see how this one is going to play out. Has a teammate assistance, but OpTic Gaming, they're going to try and charge at him, and honestly, he's going to need to try and stay alive. You see the Embar shot come from cross map. The A hill is going to be pressurized very, very soon. Here it comes. Trip cap domination in favor of OpTic Gaming. Will they be able to lock it in? Identis knows he has to break the hill, just run straight past it, trying to stay alive, buying time for his teammates, and I think OpTic recognized, hey, we may not actually be able to push this. The headshot comes in from Identis. He sees Icy peeking, and he makes him punish. Now, can he find more? Identis trying to light up the main stage here with the sniper.
Oh, he wants that second kill. He needs to worry about the guy in his game room here. They can't let summons go off, and they will finally kill him, but he will have sniper to help defend his home hill. Explosives, gonna have to worry about him. Explosive side rolls, gonna force him out. Mentals, is he gonna get caught with his pants down here?
Oh, it's very rare. You see Mental, Identis pulls out the sniper rifle. You brave man. Explosive makes him pay. Mental finds the pick on Adverse as well. Chaos now left to try and do what Identis couldn't. Is he gonna be able to find the Embar kill? He gets a shot on one, not able to find the kill, and will not be able to break the hill either. OpTic Gaming get the trip cap domination. It was a bit of a chaotic round, however, tied up 2-2.
Yeah, that was a good round there by OpTic Gaming. You saw Splyce, they tried to hold off the assault there, but they left summons in their game room a little bit too long. That should have been Identis' main focus with that sniper rifle rather than mid-map. That was his free headshot, and that's where they should have focused been so their team can kind of get set up and get some breathing room.
Yep.
But going forward here, gonna take a look at the weapon placement here in a second.
Shot grenades.
Shot grenades.
Yeah, gonna be assisting most likely the Embar pickup. Of course, that's kind of been 50-50 down towards maintenance.
One person who's been really coming clutch in these fights over here at maintenance is Adverse. Adverse, you know, ever since that Team Envious match, he's turned his game up to another level. You know, we always wonder.
Oh, you speak about the map. There he is. Just as you say it. Cool guy, Blaze Yoder. If you won, Chaos is going to get himself a free Embar. And now the instants are going to be thrown out.
He got one with it.
And capitalize on the opportunity. Feet getting a little hot. Nezo has Summons and Mental both in front of him. Meanwhile, Chaos is going to cap the B hill. And you can see those shots coming from cross map. Is he going to be able to connect with any of them?
He got 2 downs over there. His teammates are going to clean it up here as well.
Someone gets the instant.
I think, is it an instant tagged over there in the corner? Might be. But they will clean up those kills now. They're going to be pushing forward. They have Sniper and Embar, Benson.
This is looking good for Splyce, but can they close out this round?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, all right. We'll have Have to wait and see if he is able to get real sneaky with it, but that's
They're just trying to, they want to decap this hill at all costs.
Yep, that's going to be the game plan. Try and land some shots, get some damage down. Involving is going to shut down Icy. Mental now trying
has
to
to
push
hop over this.
over towards B. The trip cap domination is coming through. He has broken B. There's going to be 2 players, 2v2 essentially for Splyce to try and win this round, pushing through the smoke. Chaos backs away. One goes down. Can they find the second? It looks good. Is anyone going to be able to see? All 5 players go down. Dezo with the double. Splyce go 3-2 up in map 1 of the grand final.
Man, I'm telling you, Vincent, this SPLYCE roster here, these guys are on a new high. They have new confidence.
On a second life,
Once they got over that hump of last night of actually placing top 6.
Did I not say this on fight night? As soon as the international team does it, it breaks ice. The mental block is gone.
It's gone.
And it completely is. They finally done what no international team is able to do. They've made history all throughout today. So hell, if you're going to make history, why not make like history?
I don't know if this boom play is a good one, but they don't have no nades to put down. So here they're going to force the fight over. We have sniper, boom shot, in shocks to the map.
And this is perfect for old school Splyce, right? Old school Splyce would have loved this.
I'm trying to figure out, are you guys really trying to go force this boom shot with Des and I having incendiary grenades? I think it's complete suicide. OpTic's going to go 5-man quick grab here. SPLYCE is going to have to try to stop him.
In fact, this is going to be 5-on-2 because I think they recognize Dezo is going to go straight for the instance. Now Dezo basically has to use them because he's expecting someone to push through. Ess has been taking Icy Draw's first blood on Chaos. The instants have gone out. And honestly, SPLYCE could maybe get a little bit of control of it. They predicted Icy to be behind, but there goes an instant. And unfortunately, Dezo forced to run straight through 2 of them. Identiv's last man alive as OpTic Gaming just cruised through the home hill. But this is the problem. Identiv's cross map. If he was able to find the Ember on the boom player, that would have been perfect. Now just has to buy time for his teammates.
Yeah, nobody's going to be in play for B. Boom shot may rotate over,
he needs to be
but he's going to
there.
try to secret man him and sneak him. They know exactly where he is. He needs to be trying to create space. He has the M-bar, and he has help from his teammates. This is going to slow down. This is still in anybody's game. This is 20-second respawns.
Bear in mind, Icy has sniper rifle as well here, so that could come into play. Sniper and boom. Shot grenades now picked up by SPLYCE. It's going to be Dezo who has them, but Explosive finds the pick on Advers. That's going to open the door potentially for OpTic Gaming to make that push. Someone does find the first pick with the boom. Trip cap domination about to come in. Chaos is going to have to make a play, but Mental's just L triggering in. The hill is going to be broken, and the shot grenade is used, but Mental finds himself a double. Trip cap domination once again inbound. Identiv's last man up. He's not going to be able to rotate to C. We have a tied game going into the half.
Yeah, SPLYCE got a little clustered there with those incendiary grenades, those 4 incends on the top half of the map there, and they just cannot just find their footing, but tied up 3-3 going into the half against OpTic Gaming. I'm pretty sure OpTic didn't think they were going to get 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true indeed. SPLYCE, like you said,
they're still
it's a new team.
Even though the hills are about to swap right here, and the neutral hill is about to move up top, and the 2 home hills are about to move down low into what we like to call the dead zone areas because they're in the open. It's going to be very hard to cap them. The fights are still going to be the same over here down low at maintenance.
Now, of course, looking at Identiv's perspective from SPLYCE, and he throws out the first smoke because he's just going to push straight through. In actual fact, he may. Someone's actually, he's going to get caught with his pants down. Finds one. Now, of course, may actually be able to back away and try and cap the hill. It takes a lot of damage. And you can see their SPLYCE now just really their teamwork shining throughout today on Championship Sunday. Adverse gets another down and the kill
they're so
on
fast,
Explosive.
Vincent. They're so fast.
And look at them. They're not wasting any time already. They're going to be putting pressure on OpTic Gaming's home hill. It's being decapped now. Icy caught out. It's a 1v1 on the F hill of involving wins. This could be the round, but no. Icy clutches up and there's one more behind him. It's Chaos. Trip cap domination comes in for SPLYCE.
He got help.
They start round 2 with a 44-second domination. 4-3 advantage SPLYCE.
Identity is serious. Him and
That's
Dezo,
a serious face
the duo.
right there.
These guys have been here since the beginning of the Gears 4 esports circuit. Everybody else has been. They came, they're gone. Involving was here to start the season. He got replaced for Adverse at the time, and he just got brought back. Choche got moved to coach, and Chaos got brought here the last event. SPLYCE have been making good roster changes every event. I can say that, is that every roster change has made them better. Okay, shout out to Rocher out there. I know he's out there watching, the old SPLYCE member.
Definitely
Wish he could be here. But SPLYCE, man, they're about to This is a crucial round here.
It most definitely is. If you can go 5-3 up against OpTic Gaming in map number 1, I mean, historically, the big complaint or biggest criticism of Splyce is they're not able to close out rounds, right?
Yeah.
They'll have a 5-2 lead, and you think, okay, but the other team could easily come back.
And that was
Splyce
one of our
today,
biggest
that hasn't been the
criticisms.
case.
That hasn't been the case at all.
It has not at all. Chaos finds himself a double, and already the pressure coming in on the home hill. Summons still alive, though. Chaos keeping his distance. Teammate puts the shots down. F should go in their favor. Kenny overlooking the E hill, though. And hammer burst in hand. They're going to go for the trip cap. They're going to force Kenny essentially to come down, but F hill broken once again. Kills coming in OpTic Gaming's favor. And Explosive may have actually just made a sneaky little play here as he tries to put pressure on D.
Oh, Adverse. I think he has a hammer burst too. Watch this here. That's just his Lancer. Explosive's going to say, hey, let me try to flank these guys. Desnai gets the call out. Explosives is stuck in a difficult position. He's going to have to try to bounce his way out of here. He needs to try to get some shots off while he can, but he's dodging.
He's out.
Yeah,
Dude.
he's dodging
could
shots.
roll the wrong way. Icy's going to clean him up, and Explosive says, all right, well, I just did a nice little mini tour of the map to find myself back over towards the E hill. Icy should be able to find that pick on Adverse, but no! Adverse shuts him down. Nicely played.
And that's going to be a double kill getting picked up. That's going to be 2 members down here of OpTic. Big fight here by Desnai. He may come big against Summons here. Yes, he will. Summons goes down. He cleans it up with the me shield. He needs to get in that hill. He needs to cap up here with Chaos, start getting points. Kenny's in a difficult situation. He gets dropped as well.
Adverse.
Can Icy and Mental hold off? Mental's chasing Evolving, but he may need to worry about his home hill.
That's being capped. Mental is almost being baited a little bit in this 1 versus 2. Unfortunately, though, for Splyce, OpTic Gaming still defend that F hill, and you can see the blue arrows converging down. They recognize, hey, we have to kill Mental. Mental's going to get completely trapped here. Icy now comes down to try and help. Summons to the left. Chaos now has to back away. Icy gets the pick on
Chaos
Involving.
is about to run right at him. Chaos is about to charge him up here on the top. He goes down. Mental keeping the spacing there, being patient, got help from his teammates. 2 hill caps in favor of Splyce. They're looking good. OpTic is about to play for Splyce's home hill. They're mobilizing.
Yeah, they are, and the D hill now is going to be decapped. OpTic Gaming making the smart play here, making a play to try and force Splyce to come at them. Mental as well with another kill on Adverse. 2-1 hill advantage now in favor of OpTic Gaming, and they're going to just pounce on the E hill the second they get the chance. But Identives with a big defensive kill. The assistance of his teammates coming through, but look at that kill feed. It's red. It's all in favor of OpTic Gaming. Summons and Explosive both find picks. Identives now will have to clutch up on the E hill, trying to buy time for his teammates to assist the defense of this. The score is in Splyce's favor, 160 to 129, but that might not matter just that long.
Hey, he stayed alive here. He kept that E hill in his team's favor, and now OpTic's going to be trying to break it.
Well, that's
They're going to make it to their home hill. At least they were still able to stay in here.
He decaps it again, trying to buy time for the team. That's Involving now going big for the squad. F's now being decapped as well. It is Splyce still with the lead. Kenny trying to use his movement to close the gap on Chaos, but Chaos will find it. It's a 1 versus 2 for Chaos. Kenny finds the pick on Icy. Goes to the meat shield. Chaos still alive. The support comes in from Identives. Icy does fall.
This might be a trip cap. It depends on what's happening at E. They're about to take OpTic's home hill. They might try to win this one off of 2.
I think they can win this one just off holding 2. Potentially, OpTic are going to have to just sprint over towards the F hill. I don't think there's going to be anyone from Splyce there to defend it. Splyce are taking E now, however, so they've rotated across. Mental's going to take some damage. Splyce in a perfect position to go 5-3 up here in map number 1. Mental goes down. Dezo picks up the kill on Kenny. Adverse is going to find another one with the assistance of Involving, and Splyce will secure the round. 5-3 advantage in map number 1.
These boys have ascended here on the main stage in Sunday in Gears Paris. Like they've reached a whole new level. OpTic cannot make the same mistake as Envious. You know, the last time OpTic in the finals have actually pretty much played 2 series every single time.
Columbus, Envy reset.
Columbus, yep, Envy reset. They reset against E United
That's
in
true,
London.
in London.
Mexico City. It was 1 and done, actually.
It was 1 and done, yeah. Envy
Mexico
came through
City
the
was
winners
1 and
bracket,
done.
so they won that one. Atlantic City was...
Envy reset.
Envy reset, yeah. So, all but 1 has gone to 2 series, but honestly, winning 2 series is
And that was the
so
event
tough.
they didn't win. So
Very true.
But hey, we're gonna see here. You know, 5-3. Splyce is gonna be in a very, very good position here. You see the kill feed, and you have Adverse and Desnai, hell, Chaos, even all in double-digit kills here. They're gonna actually take off the. They're gonna put the hammer burst down, so that's good. They're pretty much blocking, and they're gonna put the M-bar down here as well. Yeah. But they block the incendiary spawns. They put M-bar down as well. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if Identives or maybe Icy gets this.
It looks like it's going to be Icy. The support comes in from his teammate, and Evolving goes down. Chaos forced to scramble away. Identity did find the pick on Explosive, though. So we'll see how that is going to affect that fight. Icy gets Embar, and when Icy has Embar in his hand, I'm telling you, he's one of the most lethal Embar players to touch Gears of War 4. He claims personally to be the best. Of course, we'll see if he's able to hit any flashy shots in this round. Identity still being a nuisance, and that's a 1v2. He may have to back away. Support fire does come in from his team. The E-Hill has been neutralized, but OpTic do have the lead. Bear that in mind. Icy trying to connect with the headshot. Identity is just going to straight push, and he gives no respect at all to Icy. Does not care. Involving now has Mental trapped in a corner, as well as teammate is there. They have him pitched, just don't let Mental find a kill, but he does, and he manages to get away with his life. Finally falls, but Kenny is there. Could go for the revive. Beautiful play from Kenny.
Oh, that's a new definition of head down. And that Embar has slowing power as well. It slowed him down, but he still managed to get that one shot off. And now, as you see here, OpTic Gaming here with a slight lead, but SPLYCE, they're fighting hard here. They're making sure they defend their home hill. And OpTic, you see them, the majority of their members are over here towards maintenance. They're about to put the pressure on SPLYCE's home hill. SPLYCE needs to get in.
And this is the scary thing, Explosive with Hammer Burst in hand. We've seen all season long just how much damage he can do, just how accurate he can be with it as well. SPLYCE 3 players dead. OpTic, are they thinking about pushing over towards F? Explosive changes his position again, just putting damage down. Chaos forced to get away, and you can see just how weak he is. He actually does fall as well. That could be the opening. OpTic Gaming need to spring into life, go for the trip cap domination. It will be. Identity is so far away, I don't see any chance of him breaking this hill. No way, not gonna happen. He tried rolling as well, didn't work. Red Icy getting hyped as well. OpTic Gaming reduced the lead, 5 rounds to 4.
I never understood how you can play with a coat on. I mean, that's just like weird to me.
I can't play with a watch. I can't play with a coat.
I can't
Anything
play with
that restrains my hands or my arms feels weird.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't even do. Well, I can kind of do hats, you know. Maybe if they're backwards, you know. I don't like the bill in front of my face. But maybe it's cold up there, you know.
Tunnel vision.
Something, right?
It's warm up here.
Hey, maybe you gotta look good up there. The OpTic Gaming jacket is hot as well as those SPLYCE hoodies. All right.
It's true.
But going forward here, OpTic Gaming, they're gonna get that last round there. And now looking forward to move forward. SPLYCE, if they can get match point, they're going to actually put Sniper on the deck on the other side of the map, give themselves something to work with here. So both teams are enjoying the Sniper and Embar on the map. So
yep. Similar setup to what we had in the first half. Identity's going to charge straight through. Someone's to his right, player to his left. In actual fact, he's going to turn around here. He's so weak. He's going to try and force the 1v1. This is going to be Kenny. Kenny honestly should win that. Maybe charge that in, but instead Desert hits the flank.
Here.
That's going to change the fight completely, and Kenny will fall. Embar taken, sniper rifle taken as well. SPLYCE.
He's looking for Icy. Icy can't pick that. They need to watch out for that. I would have just stayed
they're going to
center.
F. They're going to F. This is a huge kill from Identity. It's going to stop the break. Oh, Identity! Are you serious? He finds the headshot. Now he rotates over towards the F hill. Unfortunately for SPLYCE, it will be broken, but that could have been a round-winning play.
Man, and you see the duel between Identity and Designite on the other side of the map is just ridiculous. They pushed that fight 10 out of 10 times there, and OpTic has to be ready for that. They got to get ready to fight there. They can't play it too passive.
Summons is going to assist his teammate, and talk about getting your head down at the right time. The sniper bullet flies over his head. As Kenny now going to be more aggressive, started to push up. Identity is going to fall as Icy finds himself a double. Icy looking for the triple. Not going to happen, but teammate is there. He's going to get the revive, and Chaos does fall as well. OpTic Gaming now with a ton of map control. 2 hills to 1 advantage in their favor. They're going to reduce that SPLYCE lead very, very quickly. Involving's going to have to rethink that strategy, though, as he gets away with his life.
Yeah, he's going to have some help over here. Their home hill will be defended. We are going to be on 16-second respawns here, so it's still relatively quick. But going forward here, we're about to start entering 18, 20, 22-second respawns. It's
like how you said 22. You're thinking this goes around 13?
Yeah, I really do. This is going to go the distance right here. These boys, at this point, are evenly matched.
Definitely seems that way. Back and forth action. And of course, it is still OpTic Gaming with control of the map. Icy now has new sniper rifle Identity with Embar. See how the fight is going to go down still, though. As I said, it's OpTic with the control. This is going to come down basically to where the SPLYCE can find an opening, a weakness in OpTic Gaming's setup. And the problem is OpTic, they don't really make mistakes very frequently.
They really don't here, Benson. They have the 2 cap. They have just a slight lead here. Identity is just trying to slowly... I think that's what Icy up there. Just catch the edge. Oh
Oh, I thought he was going to find a back-to-back double. Would have been impressive.
Icy is going to be watching him. So actually, Chaos is fighting Icy to distract, so Identity's going to have some time to shoot.
I think
Icy
saw the
goes
flank.
down.
He's going to stay alive. Somehow tries to line up the M-bar shot. Ambitious, not going to work. D being decapped. OpTic Gaming now about to tie it up with the trip cap. Chaos, though, does break the E-hill. He falls inside. It has been decapped, but OpTic Gaming will cap it as Mental shuts down Adverse. All tied up once again. OpTic Gaming showing life. 2 rounds back-to-back. We're all square, 5-5.
I'm curious to see what the next weapon placement is going to be. This is an interesting map. I think you may only get one opportunity to actually swap out the weapons here. So they have 2 spots that they have to use, and that's going to be down low at the bottom of the dual spawns and also control room. But and they actually have top deck as well. Actually, Lift, you don't switch out any weapons. Any weapons that get put down, you have to deal with them because there's so many weapon slots here. So they're going to finally use that block mid-map. And, you know, so we still have nades as an option here as well. And once you place the weapon down on the map, you can't use it again. So when they have to, you know, these dual spawns are going to be pretty interesting. I'm curious to see. The map shouldn't get too crazy. I don't think we're going to see any boom shots or drop shots, but we'll see when we get to that point.
Could see wide variety of different things. Of course, it does depend who is on that weapon placement. However, Icy, once again, trying to push, trying to sneak that M-bar. Chaos, though, is going to push him. Both players are pretty weak, but Icy is going to need a little bit of support. Kenny shuts down Desonite. Identity gets the kill on Summons, and this looks as if it's going to be OpTic Gaming's favor. 2 more kills coming in their favor. Chaos does get the M-bar. Kenny gets a sniper rifle, and Kenny gets a shot across map. I believe that did down someone. Explosive as well with the assistance. 2 kills go down. 5 from Splyce go down. OpTic Gaming about to put themselves at map point. Trip cap domination comes in, and Splyce, they now have to win 2 rounds back-to-back.
And this is going to be their last weapon placement here. I say they put the incense down. I say they put the incense down and the dual spawns down low. And I think it'll work out well, especially if they get themselves in a stalemate here. Allow Desonite to make some plays for you, or maybe you put nades top map. And they're going to be looking down low towards
1
the dual
ensign or
spawns.
2 ensign? That seems to be the
I say
question.
they go 2 ensigns down low.
They're hovering ensign. I think ensign is...
They're looking at boom shot up top as well.
Boom up top. Still being hovered.
That could be fine. You know, Desonite and Identitas, they're playing this deck area very, very hard.
They go for it.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive here. So they say, hey, we can win an opening initial fight here, set up, we can get ourselves a boom shot, and then play for the trip cap.
And if you think about it, the last time boom shot was placed in the final round of the first half, Splyce were simply outnumbered. They sent all 5 players there. In actual fact, this is going to be still a familiar setup. 2 versus 2 down at M-bar. So you basically have a 2 versus 2 for boom shot, but the hammer burst, of course, will come into play. That's why you're seeing a little bit more of a passive play for that. M-bar taken by Identity. Now he needs to get out here. This is vitally plays with his life. Up the game, already trying to lock in a trip cap. Icy will fall. Dezo shuts down Kenny as well.
That's 2 down.
They have the numbers. Identity turns around, almost found Explosive. Explosive hits the flank. Is the M-bar down? It is indeed. So he will walk away with that prize. And Chaos! You just had the peek. Oh, he finds the shot on Involving as well, but doesn't get the kill. Involving, of course, does have boom. Explosive just saved OpTic Gaming in this round.
He really did. They didn't see him there on that flank. Explosives may try to get a shot here.
He's going to cap the hill. Oh, no, he goes down.
Then you need to revive this man.
Summons. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right down the middle. Both players. 1 splits left, 1 splits right. Boom shot, of course, still. Never mind.
Pick up that
oh, no, he's going to run away from it.
You got to fight this fight right here.
Oh, he's going to go down as well. OpTic Gaming seem to be taking a ton of map control. DNF has been capped by Splyce. The E-hill, though, should be good for OpTic Gaming as Icy picks up a double.
That's
5 players go down. Chaos is going to have to sprint. Oh, sorry, Involving is going to have to sprint off spawn with Dezo. He isn't going to get there in time. There's surely no way he can make it. OpTic Gaming about to go 1-0 up here in our grand final.
Explosive clutched up. Explosive. That double right there was miraculous. He flanked. He got the kill. Backed up. Picked up M-bar. Got a headshot. Almost even killed Boom with it. But that slowed down the pace of the game, and that was all OpTic Gaming right there.
Now, of course, I look at Splyce. The key for Splyce here is going to be to keep your heads up. Cannot put your heads down against OpTic Gaming. Again, that has been one of the criticisms of Splyce throughout the entire circuit, is when they do lose a map or so, they do tend to get a little bit tilted. They do go on tilt at times. Whereas for OpTic Gaming, I mean, it was definitely a lot harder than I think they would have imagined, but they still come out with the win, and that, of course, is what matters most. They find themselves 1-0 up. We now go over to, I believe it was a reclaimed map number 2. If I'm OpTic Gaming, I'm feeling great about this.
No, yeah, you got to feel great. It's been a close matchup here so far. that last round, those two Splyce players, they just kind of got tunnel vision. You know,
Yep.
they knew they had pressure on their home hill. They killed Icy, and they just couldn't hear explosives. Explosives creeped up, made the play. So now going forward, Splyce, they can't let that affect them too much. They got to keep their heads in the game. It's been a dogfight all day long, and they found themselves in this position against E6. E6 had beat them on the first map,
That's
and
true.
Splyce had came back. So, hey, these boys
Anything
can
is
do
possible.
it. They're very resilient. I don't think they're out of this just yet. Reclaimed is going to be a good map for them as well. It's going to be a nice close-up, in-your-face fight. So we're going to see how it's going to play out.
Definitely will, of course. As you mentioned, Splyce need to keep their heads up. They have a massive fan base at home, of course, and a fan base across the world. For any of the newer viewers out there in Gears of War esports, let's learn a little bit more about the SPLYCE squad.
We're the top Latin American team, so basically we haven't lost a 2K on Sundays, so it makes us really confident. Everybody wants to be at OpTic and Envious, but more OpTic. They're the winningest team, so they're basically the top team. That's who you want to beat every time.
Everyone wants to beat OpTic Gaming. Absolutely, they do.
Hey,
the most winningest team this year, the best team this year, the most consistent team this year.
That's the biggest accomplishment.
I mean, it's just not
Because
easy.
it's almost like if you beat them, most likely you're winning a championship right after you beat them. It's usually in the grand final when you see these guys.
Unless you have to win two
Yeah,
series.
unless you got to win two of
So
them.
good and well winning one if you're in the grand final, but if you're coming from losers, you got to win two. And it's just, again, I can't stress the difficulty of that and just how tough it is. The play time, you're going to be playing for so long. You know, you have the different maps. We've discussed this at length throughout the entire circuit, so I'm not going to bore you guys at home with it again. But still, for SPLYCE, they're 1-0 down. It's important they come out here in Reclaimed. And I'm curious to think if I could be kind of like a fly on the wall or hear the conversation, and maybe they're regretting maybe not having Down as that map number 2. And obviously this was their pick. They played OpTic Gaming early in the tournament, and it didn't end well for them. And I think that's another reason, really, OpTic are going to be going into map number 2 full of confidence. I honestly think at this point this is going to be a 2-0 grand final. OpTic Gaming take the championship.
So far, SPLYCE has just defied the odds.
Yep.
You know, they've exceeded everybody's expectations. Even today, people were saying, no, they might get 4th here. They might get 3rd here. Some people was like, we're not sure if they're going to make top 6, but these boys are out here, and they are the real deal, making it to the top 2. So we're gonna see going forward here, Reclaimed. I'm excited for it, man. You know, it's gonna be a map where that is gonna come down to that opening team fight here on the B hill. Who's gonna get it in there? That's gonna be Mental versus Identis up there, and we're gonna see who can come out on top. I think I'm gonna see SPLYCE make some bolder weapon placements here as well. You know, SPLYCE.
You think?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think we definitely gonna see the embark early on. We may even see SPLYCE actually put the boom shot down early. Most definitely.
I mean, that's like old school SPLYCE right there.
Most definitely, SPLYCE's first weapon pick is going to be Incense, right? They lose round number 1. You're going to have Incense down there for Detonite. They're going to use that fight up top. But once they get Incense there for Detonite, if they were to lose another round in the first 3, I think they need to put a heavy power weapon inside B right away and commit themselves to that fight, commit themselves to Detonite, making plays on that B hill for the entire 6 rounds, and just fight OpTic Gaming head on. Just make it a dogfight. Don't try to out-rotate them. Don't try to out-Lancer them. Get in their face and just beat them up.
That B hill is definitely going to be tough to control, especially when you consider Mental is going to be the first spawn. He's going to be charging over there. Fun fact, I'm sure a lot of OpTic Gaming fans know, Mental actually changed his controller style. He went to alternate just so he could try and beat Franchise.
Did he?
Yep, just so he could try and beat Franchise to that B hill on Reclaimed. I would assume, hey, probably going to do the same thing here. It's become a habit.
Yeah, and I play alternate. It just comes down to you misroll less. You know, so when you hit A, you don't misroll, you connect to that wall in front of you.
Think about how crazy that is, though. He has the ability to do that. He can play in a completely different controller setting and still dominate. But speaking, the man of the conversation, of course, there is Mental
He
in
always
the B
loves
hill
new
first.
challenges here.
Oh, he loves it, dude. He thrives in it, and Mental's, he's going to go down. That was Chaos that cleaned him up, but OpTic Gaming already controlling that B hill. That B fight with Mental front spawn is just filthy. It really is.
It really is there. So I think Chaos may actually stay to fight this. Evolving is going to pick up a kill down low. Chaos is going to get chased here. It's explosive front. Oh, I thought Chaos was gonna actually take that fight. He's gonna wait to get some help. He's gonna actually, it was so smart. He's gonna force explosives down. They're trying to bait him, get some shots in, but his teammate, you know, just was not there. I think if Des and I hit his Lance route the entire time as he approached to help his teammate, they probably got that kill. Yeah.
Yep, more than likely. Speaking of kills, big fight going on mid-map. Chaos not able to assist. Kenny's going to charge straight through. He finds Chaos explosive with one as well. Kenny picks up the double. Abas goes down. Now it's a 3v1. Identitus was able to take one with him. However, OpTic Gaming already going to be knocking on the trip cap door. Involving left on his home hill. Throws out the first smoke. That's a pretty good one, to be honest. Is he going to be able to break through? No, he's not. Explosive finds the pick, and OpTic Gaming looking good here in map number 2, first round.
Oh no, they got 2. They're looking for a third here as well. Icy's full red.
Icy has
He's
to go.
1 shot away from going down. They're not going to miss that one. That's 2. Splyce, they're sprinting. Mental behind enemy lines. But I wonder will they leave this to a 1v1. They're going to actually help him out. Mental getting deep in spawn there. The home hill is going to be left decap. They're going to say involving you cap it. We're going to branch out here and try to get this B hill. And I want to see B decap 6 years ago, but they didn't even make it there in time to decap B. It's almost like they tried to push across as if they were playing for OpTic's home hill.
OpTic just too quick back up to that B hill. There was presence over on C. That may have been Advers, actually. I think it is. He's going to decap their OpTic Gaming home hill. As it sounds like OpTic with a big lead in this one, 163 to 76. And it's just the B hill setup. They're just so damn good at it. And as soon as they get any numerical advantage, you can see their intent. Pressure immediately goes down on their A hill. More kills for Icy. That's his 2nd of the round, and OpTic already thinking about decapping Splyce's home hill.
Yeah, they need to act quick though, because Splyce is coming. Nobody's getting points right now. OpTic Gaming, 80-point lead here.
They're going to cap their home
30
hill.
points away.
Now the Splyce hill. Will they be able to get it? Should be good to do so.
Yeah.
Again, Icy and explosive.
Nope.
That's explosive 7th kill. Summons as well gets a pick on Dezo. OpTic Gaming will start map 2 off in emphatic fashion. It's going to be a trip cap domination more than likely, as OpTic's almost playing with their food inside Splyce's home hill. That's a serious sign of intent there from OpTic Gaming.
It really is. Nobody was able to get across map there and break OpTic's home hill. OpTic had those guys backed up in their spawn, but that's fine. They know exactly what they're going to do. I'll be very, very surprised if it's not an auto pick incense here for up top. They're hovering right over it. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly what they're going to do here. So now they're going to put this on Des and I's shoulders to help win this chaotic team fight up here at the B hill. So 2 different play styles that was up here was one that Mental, when he got out there, he went directly into the bowl here on top of the hill and got deep into it so he can have that angle. Splyce wanted to push across to the other side of the stairs there and fight head on against OpTic Gaming. So we'll see what they want to do here. If they want to challenge Mental or push across.
Oh, it looks as if Mental actually slowed down a little bit there. The instant's going to be thrown out. Doesn't connect just yet. No one in bowl, and I think Splyce may actually recognize that here. Icy's going to hit the flank, and, well, hold that. Dezo launches at the instant, and both their instants now used. Pressure already on the home hill, though. It's going to be Explosive, and Explosive is definitely feeling confident. He's probably going to challenge that if given the opportunity. He has 9 kills already to his name and 2 downs. Only died once as well in round number 1. And he's found himself in a nice little position to put down some damage. It's involving. He could be caught out here if he isn't careful, but Identitus to the rescue. Or sorry, Dezo9 to the rescue. Able to clean up that kill.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 down here. But you see OpTic Gaming is going to retaliate up top in the bowl here. They're going to actually pick up 2 kills, and now they're going to get a 3rd as well. Looking for a 4th. I think that's going to be Identitus out of position. He goes down here as well. And so now Splyce is looking for that home hill. This is going to be a big fight. Splyce is going to have to clutch up here, take out some of these OpTic Gaming members, and they will have some players actually make it back to their home hill in time. And nobody's at OpTic Gaming's home hill. So that's going to be left wide open. You see Splyce, they're stacking up here. As soon as we see these smokes thrown, they're going to make a push. But I don't know. Kenny is taking out their personnel one by one, and they're just pushing Splyce here. Splyce have lost their window here to take back this B hill, and they're going to lose 2 more members in this fight.
This is just a masterclass of Reclaim right here from OpTic Gaming. It really is. Both pairs of instants now picked up. They have full control. That's 4 instants that they basically have to just recapture Splyce's home hill. Splyce theoretically should have absolutely no chance here, unless somehow OpTic Gaming decides to play that rather passively. I mean, Identitus is going to recap the home hill. A hill goes back in favor of OpTic Gaming, but I mean, I feel like for OpTic, you get another wave of kills here. You put pressure on that trip cap immediately.
Now you 100% put pressure on it, but OpTic, they're being very, very passive here a little bit. They say, hey, this is grand finals. Let's make sure let's win this 100%. You know, let's play this battle book. You know, let's not get too loose here. And so I think when we get to the later respawn round, 16+ seconds, we'll start to see OpTic really play for those dominations a little bit more.
Well, they may have opened a door here for SPLYCE, but again, they have those insins. Do bear that in mind. The first one was thrown out by Explosive. The A and C hills have been capped, and that's just a testimony to how good OpTic Gaming is at defending that B hill. SPLYCE hasn't been able to touch it in the first 2 rounds so far. Nezo has to get out with that one with his life, not going to be able to do so. Summons with a pick on Adverse as well. The B hill still OpTic Gaming's favor. Now they're going to retake their home hill. Explosive is just styling on
They're playing for
SPLYCE.
domination now. They're going to charge. They're going to make sure they secure this win right here. Force everybody over here to SPLYCE's home hill. SPLYCE is not going to be able to get across the map here in time. Even with these kills coming through here, that's definitely going to be an OpTic Gaming round.
Yep, and as I said, it has been a master. Mental's just trolling at this point, killing his teammates as well. Hey, why not? But as I said, a masterclass of how to defend that B hill on Reclaimed coming in from OpTic Gaming. And I'm probably going to say what is on a lot of people's minds. SPLYCE should not have picked this map.
I think they should. I agree with you. They should have went for Dam.
They should have gone for Dam. I think it's crazy that they picked this map. Even if they win this map, if they were to win 7 rounds in a row, I'd still say they shouldn't have picked this map.
Yeah, they still got to go over there to impact. So SPLYCE, they're actually going to try to focus this fight down low. They're going to end up putting that M bar down there, turn, you know, kind of tilt the tide here. So we'll see if that works out for them. I respect the play. You know, if you're not winning top manner, force the fight down in workshop.
Yeah,
so
it gives them something as well if they are controlling A and C.
And I like how they made the decision in round 3 rather than round 7 when they're really down.
All right. As now, Identity's going to be on your screen. Kenny already finds the pick on Desert Item. It's all good and well putting the M bar down, but you have to make sure you take control of it. Kenny's going to grab it as well. So OpTic Gaming say, hey, it doesn't matter. We don't have to play up top. We'll play down low, and we'll win that team fight as well. See if Kenny can put this M bar to any use. The B hill, of course, still is going to be neutral. It is SPLYCE with the point lead, 23-2. That's only because it took OpTic Gaming a little extra time to actually cap that home hill. But now comes the assault over toward B. Summons wins the 1v1 against Involving. Kenny was there to support. And as it stands, the B hill back in OpTic Gaming's favor. And you can already see the pressure that OpTic Gaming is going to try and apply over towards the home hill of SPLYCE. But SPLYCE fight their way out.
Yeah, that was a good job there by SPLYCE here. And they're going to make it back down low. The new M bar won't be spawning here for 1 minute and 20 seconds, so it's going to be a while for that. So SPLYCE needs to make sure that one is that they set up. They're going to need this new M bar and new instance probably to break B, unless they can get all 4 members up there. Adverse has people behind him and in front of him. He needs to at least try to get one for his teammates and stay alive here. He actually makes it up here. Identis picks up some kills from the back here. SPLYCE, if they can get in here and take control over this boat, they got new instance in 20 seconds. They'll be definitely in a good position here.
Here comes Explosive, though, on the flank. He finds one. That's Adverse. Explosive saves the day with a double. Is he going to find the triple? Not going to happen. Kenny still down with Explosive by his side. Chaos does get the pick on Kenny. The B hill goes in favor of SPLYCE, but look at this. Mantle already wraps over towards SPLYCE's home hill, and with the confidence he's had all day, he's probably going to go for the challenge. Does so. Unfortunately falls. Identives will recapture their home hill, and SPLYCE once again will start to reduce that deficit. But as I say that, you can't allow Icy to just cruise through the B hill. Where are the reinforcements? Where are the defenses on that B hill? It's going to be retaken by OpTic Gaming, and SPLYCE, they're back to square one.
Summons died. He had the instance for his team. Adverse has one more. He's looking for Icy. Icy's going to bait that.
Icy's going to kill him.
This is a 1v1. Adverse should take this. He will take it. He gets the kill. Oh, he's going to miss roll.
Oh!
He takes out 2. His team needed that. New M bar is picked up here by Explosives. Actually, this may be the old M bar.
That could be the
No, that is going to be the new one.
the round-changing play. But again, SPLYCE need to fortify that B hill. You cannot allow OpTic Gaming to just cruise through. Already you see 2 players starting to make that push. Adverse, though, is just single-handedly making a statement. He shuts down Summons. He says, hey, Kenny, you want to push me? Push me then. See what happens. But Explosive, the support fire with the M bar could be the difference maker. Is he going to be able to find the player just to his left-hand side? As it stands, it's 169 and 161. SPLYCE need this round. You do not want to allow OpTic Gaming to go up 3-0. Explosive is weak. He goes down. Identity just cruises straight through him. Chaos picks up Kenny as well. Icy still being a threat, though, over towards the B hill. Player to his right. That's going to be Dezo.
This is going to come down to the wire.
For the challenge. SPLYCE is about to take the lead here.
Yeah, they are, Benson, and they take it now. Icy gets one. He needed another one without breaking B. I don't know. They're not decapping any hills at this point. This is looking like a Splyce round.
And Adverse is putting pressure on the home hill of OpTic Gaming to be a distraction, if nothing else. Splyce will win this round. Still, however, advantage OpTic Gaming, 2 rounds to 1. And now OpTic Gaming, of course, will go on weapon placement.
That's a good round for Splyce. You know, you want to get one of these rounds early. They're not in the hole just yet. They can still tie it up. I think I'm curious to see what OpTic Gaming wants to do. They might, since they lost the fight down low, they might try to bring it back up top and put a big power weapon there. They may choose to use the blocks. I think the blocks in the support spots could be good because you already have incense on the map.
You know, Hammerburst is a go-to. Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, there you go.
Hammerburst go-to. Explosive gonna drop that. And
Hammerburst
Explosive
is
has 19 kills in 3 rounds.
He's been going off.
3 rounds.
And
3 rounds.
We'll say that's a
3. That's all it took.
And he has what, 60? So he has probably like 19. He's probably like 19-5 here, 19-4 maybe. But explosives going off. And now, as we see the fight down low, incense will be picked up by both teams. Team kill coming out of here by Chaos. That's going to be a mistake as they push through. Explosive's going to head down all the way across, trying to draw the attention of the Splyce members. Involving picks up a kill here as well. Explosives, he's on the flank here of Splyce. The M-bar is going to still be in play, and they're going to actually pick up 2 kills. Kenny says, you know what? Let me start playing for this domination.
Yep, immediately springs into life. Mental, there it is. There's the M-bar. Hammerburst as well taken by Kenny. And this could be tragic for Splyce, involving left in a 1v2 up top on the B hill. He goes down as well. The C hill should be capped surely very soon. Mental actually did just find a headshot there on Dezo with the M-bar. Looking for more. Chaos, of course, is going to be able towards the C hill, but this is looking more and more like an OpTic Gaming round now. Are they going to collapse on the home hill? It looks like they will. There's 3, 4 players from OpTic Gaming there. Just 2 of Splyce. Trip cap domination comes through. Reset for the first time. Identiv shuts down Kenny. Can he find more, though? Yes, he can. Identiv with a double. Identiv looks for the triple. Not going to happen. Explosive finds the pick. Now Explosive goes down as well, but the threat still there. Mental left running.
Yeah, he is. He's going to make sure I almost didn't make it away here. He's trying to juke the Lancer bullets. But he's still in the sight lines of Splyce. Still has 6 M-bar shots left, so he can definitely defend his home hill or maybe rotate that M-bar up top to use it to defend B.
Yeah, that seems to be the potential plan here. Icy recognizing the push is coming through, has the support of a teammate over on his staircase. Actually gets the down there as well, but surely Splyce should be able to revive that player. And Icy does fall, shot through the gate there. And that's going to be Identis who found that pick. As it stands, 96-53 in favor of OpTic Gaming. Still a 2-to-1 hill setup in their advantage as well, but 2 players go down. Icy and Summons out for a significant amount of time now, but again, OpTic Gaming doing such a good job of defending that B hill. Kenny's going to be in there. Kenny finds himself the pick. He gets a double, actually, for his efforts. Is he going to find the triple? Not going to happen. Adverse picks up one. Identis gets the other, and the trick up domination could come through. It's going to be down to Mental. Can he break the B hill? No, he's going to go down, and Splyce, seemingly out of nowhere, tied things up at 2-2.
Splyce, they are not going down without a fight here, Benson. They are battling back. Going into the half here, would have been even 3-3 is good. But the beauty is that by them putting that M-bar down low and forcing the fight to workshop, they have a good idea of what OpTic Gaming is doing. And at halftime, that neutral hill will move down there. So it's going to be still playing in Splyce's favor, but we'll see if they can keep up the same momentum. And you're going to see the sniper go up top, and that sniper versus M-bar is going to be, like I said, it's a good counter because sniper, if you hit that headshot, it's an instant shot. M-bar, you have to rev it up, and it's take 3 seconds in order to shoot there.
As it stands, OpTic Gaming are massively outslaying Splyce, so the fact that they've managed to tie things up and keep it close is impressive in itself. Explosive really doing a ton of damage for the green wall. As it stands, Chaos already with first blood in the round. Summons does get the pick on involving, though, with those ensigns, and Icy's going to take control of the sniper rifle. And Kenny actually trying to hunt down Desonide. Desonide will fall. And as it stands, it's going to be 3 players down for Splyce. Make that,
He was a little bit short there.
Robbed?
He's going to get that one now.
There it is. Nicely done. Trip cap domination already coming in for OpTic Gaming. And that's what happens when Splyce are caught out of position, and the down comes in from cross map as well. Icy proving to be a complete threat with that sniper rifle.
Desonide, once he gets those incense, he's going to have to go up top at 1. He's going to have to fight Icy and maybe try to catch Summons off guard here as well. You can't let Icy have a free sniper up top. Even if you focus all your attention down low on M-bar, at the same time, it's not even a hill down there, you know? Now, I can understand if it was the hill there, you can kind of secure at least one hill and keep yourself in the game, but OpTic, them spreading out the map, it's working out for them.
It's going to be a block mid-map coming in as the final weapon placement from Splyce. Now, in this round, can they tie things up, make it 3-3 at the half? It, honestly, to be frank, has been OpTic Gaming cruising through. The fact they've dropped 2 rounds is actually rather surprising when you consider the amount of control they really have had on this first half. But props to Splyce, able to, as we said before, keep it close. Now though, can they tie it up on board with Mental from OpTic Gaming to kick things off on this final round of the first half? Teammate, of course, in support, but here comes the flank from Dezenite. Dezenite may have overcommitted here. This is a 1v3, completely out of position. That Chaos wasn't able to push that 3 players go down for Splyce. And if they're not careful, this could be the round.
And everybody down up top. Sniper's about to get picked up very, very soon here by Icy. And now he has the sight line full of all these exposed Splyce members. He's just looking for headshots. And I don't know who that is. That's Chaos. He knew everybody was watching him. He was going to be in a bad position. That's going to be 4-2 OpTic. Nobody from Splyce is going to be able to make it to this hill here in time. OpTic Gaming looking to close this one out. They will be your Paris champions here in 3 more rounds.
Yep, that's all that's going to be needed. 3 more rounds, and OpTic Gaming take home yet another championship this year, just solidifying that dynasty of the OpTic Gaming Gear squad.
Here comes the grip. Here comes the gamer grip. Involving said, you know what? Let me take care of the sweat on my hands real quick. I got something for y'all. We're going to see if he turns up for us.
Well, heading into the second side again, Explosive leads the kill category column. 23 to his name. A phenomenal map from that young man. Can he keep it up, though, in the second half? Of course, second half, your respawn delay goes back down to 10 seconds. All weapons removed off the map as well, and our hills have rotated. Our mid-neutral hill goes down low, and our home hills just move up a little bit on the map, essentially. Identiv's already with the pick on Kenny, though, so a good start in this round for Splyce.
Yeah, Identis is going to go down there by Mental. He's going to be full red. Chaos is in a bad position. He's going to have to go up. A Splyce member is going to rotate down. That's going to be involving here. They tried to not let OpTic get this angle where they couldn't push down that ramp anymore. And you see OpTic, great rotation. They knew exactly where they had to be on the map to prevent Splyce from getting back down there. Instead of Chaos really having to going up those stairs, he should have just rolled back. He probably could have kept the position there for his team. They're going to lose their home hill here as well.
This for the trip cap domination. Explosive pushes out, feeling confident. He has 3 more players running at him, but it doesn't matter. Beautiful play coming in from OpTic Gaming, and you can see the big smile on Explosive's face there as he recognizes now just 2 more rounds, and they will be your champions.
Splyce got to dig deep here.
Oh, you got to dig
Make this
real
comeback.
deep. It's 5-2. There's only one team that's ever made a 5-2 comeback against OpTic Gaming. Hint, it was on this map as well.
Yeah, it was. AKA the best United roster we've seen so far here on the pro circuit. And, you know, those guys turned up here in London.
Yes, they did.
This here, Splyce, I think it's fair to say if Splyce was to come back and win this map, they may force a second game series, you know, just based off of confidence and momentum alone. But it's going to come down to them.
OpTic just looked too good. To be frank,
if he can pick up a kill here.
So good. The way that they're just controlling off the break, no one from Splyce can touch him. Explosive again continues his slaying rampage. Dezenite puts down some shots. Explosive has gone down. Icy is there to support, but he's going to allow Kenny to get the revive instead. Explosive about to drop a 30 bump in your second map of the grand final, as now he goes hunting for more. That's going to be his 28th, and unfortunately not going to find the 29th just yet. Dezo was there to put a stop to that. E-Hill still being captured though, now uncaptured, completely neutral. Looking for Involving to start to go a little big here for Splyce. He's going to need to step up his game a little bit. Dezo with the pick on Icy. Much better opening now from Splyce.
Only 2 members of OpTic Gaming is in a position to contend for the hills on the map. Everybody else just came off a respawn, so they're going to be putting themselves back into position here, trying to defend their home hill here as well. Mental has such confidence. He's just going to be charging right for the Splyce members, and he's going to be forcing these fights here.
That would have been filthy if he'd managed to turn around and find that kill, but Involving not going to allow it to happen just yet, of course. Now looking for more. Nice play from Involving. Explosive goes down as well, but how can they utilize that numerical advantage? Unfortunately for Splyce, a couple of players of their own had gone down. Adverse now down and out for the count for 5 seconds. I see trying to rotate out of that sticky situation, and he will be able to stay alive here. So Splyce building themselves a lead, but again, the kills and the control, it doesn't seem like Splyce have confidence in their setup of controlling mid-neutral.
Both these teams have similar play styles when it comes down to almost a run and gun play style. They take fights and they fight with such confidence here. And, you know, so pretty much it comes down to them winning those gunfights. Now, if OpTic's out shooting you, especially individually, then this is bad. So you think about when OpTic Gaming lost for the first time against Team Envious. Team Envious, their team fire was impeccable. Everybody, it felt like you were never in a 1v1 fight.
Right.
At all times, you were fighting multiple people. That was just how great Team Envious's teamwork was in Mexico City. So, SPLYCE, they need to try to take a chapter out of their book, pull out those Lancers, shoot together here as a squad. Oh, I thought he was going to catch that instant here.
Both. The problem is for SPLYCE, you're running out of time. Look at that scoreboard, top left of your screens, of course, 155 to 156. OpTic now taking the lead as they have that 2-to-1 hill setup. SPLYCE, if they're going to go, they have to go now. The problem is they're funneling in towards the F hill. They know OpTic is putting the pressure on. The kills have to come in, and they have to come in quickly. Dezo trying to defend the hill as best as he possibly can, but OpTic again with 4 instants. Now you don't have a choice. You have to sprint out of your home hill. Summons looks for a double, does get the down. It's a race. Who's going to tap up first? I don't think it's going to matter unless players can just sprint across the map. I don't think they have the time, especially considering there's another OpTic Gaming player on the SPLYCE home hill. OpTic now one more round. 1 round away from being your Paris champions.
Now, OpTic, they're not no one-trick pony here. Even though they got this kind of run-and-gun play style here, they still can team fight. They still got some of the best Lancers in the game, some of the best teamwork in the game. It just depends on their opponent and how they're feeling that day when they wake up and what type of play style they want to use here. SPLYCE, they're going to need something. I say go boom shot. Just
I mean, this is your last weapon placement you're going to have in this map.
Don't go M-bar. Yeah, just go boom shot. Try to get a nice quick pick on it, pick up some kills, and just play.
Don't even
like
look
you
at the
said,
scoreboard.
we saw the 6-3 comeback before on this map, and that was by E United back in London. This would be a 6-2 if SPLYCE is able to do it, but guess what? It has been done before on OpTic Gaming, and I actually want to say E United did the same thing. They placed a boom shot down low. So it's going to come down to these opening kills here. Mental's going to be first to the fight.
Mental's so fast. Kenny forced to back away, though. You see the instant that came through. As the smoke still covering the boom shot. Kenny just a little worried that maybe someone was trying to sneak it. Does put some shots down, but here comes the flank from SPLYCE. A couple players go down. Now are they going to try and turn on the heat, involving in Chaos? Both find wins, and this could be the pinch that SPLYCE was looking for. That's 3 OpTic Gaming players down. They grab Boom as well. Boom kills Kenny. Explosive last man up. Where is he? He goes down as well. SPLYCE, that is the energy. That is the round you need. Now, can you draw upon it? Still, however, OpTic Gaming, 1 more round. That is all they need.
SPLYCE, they have to do that again here. That round, they're very, very patient. You know, you saw Mental, he flew in. They used the instant down low to block off his teammate. They force OpTic into a corner and just slowly just rotate around, was able to pinch him. They picked up boom shot and was able to clean up those kills. SPLYCE has to do it again. OpTic, I think definitely the hammer burst is going to be the placement here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Just throw a little support weapon. They're fine with the big power weapons on the map, and that's going to be incendiary grenades and boom shot. They're completely okay with that. They know that they just need to win 1 more team fight. They win 1 more team fight, this game is over.
Absolutely. Just get 3, 4 players of SPLYCE down. This is GG from Paris. Here, of course, a look at the overhead map. You can see all the players converging down onto that boom shot once again. Mental already full red. Actually, needs to be a little careful though. He doesn't get caught in team fire. Does escape. Explosive bounces out of the instant as well. Smokes go down. SPLYCE have good control of E as it stands, but again, it looks as if they're trying to set up a little bit of a flank. You can see them just in workshop, working it so slow. It's actually a 3v4, I believe, in favor of OpTic Gaming. So if they realize that, they could just push this. Dezo now trying to get a little sneaky with the instant. Throws the first one out.
If he quick picks it?
No, surely not. He's going to have to go for the revive, and he's going to have to go quickly because Kenny immediately springs into life. Now, Chaos flies in from Workshop. Kenny honestly got a little bit baited there. Desert does go down, but again, SPLYCE finding the kills. It could be 3 down, and Mental drops. He does. It's Icy and Summon still alive. Speak of the devil. There is Icy. He gets the pick on Identives. Now, going for the quick flank. Chaos has just found a pick on Summons. Boom now finally picked up. Icy needs to be careful. Tries to spring into life. Boom kills involving as well. But for Dezo, it doesn't matter. Trip cap domination again from SPLYCE. 6-4. Round at a time. That's all you need. 1 round at a time.
I think at some point during this matchup, it may happen right now. They're about to go for a weapon placement up top. They're going to try to thin this map out a little bit. Maybe put another sniper up top for Icy, something for him to work with here. And if they do that, they need to make sure, I think it's going to be not Designate, whoever the 1v1 is, they're going to actually block middle. So they don't want to put nothing there just yet, but they have to go up top to that next weapon placement. And they could opt to put grenades there if they want to, but if they do put something big up there and they start to spread out the rest of the map, they need to make sure they use those incense to defend that boom shot.
And the big difference right now has been SPLYCE slowing down their gameplay.
They have.
Not just flooding, waiting, being patient, getting the first pick, and then really turning on the heat. Now, of course, though, OpTic Gaming still 1 round away. Dezo uses the first instant, and there goes the smokes over on E. Someone's just going to launch one out of his own. Another instant goes out, so Dezo out of instants now. Chaos needs to be careful. There's an OpTic Gaming player actually just to the left-hand side, but SPLYCE, once again, want to get control of the workshop area, forcing OpTic Gaming out, but Dezo overcommits a little bit there. Does get out with his
Stays
life.
alive, though. Oh, I like that. That's plate maker stuff right there. That's having ice in your veins. You know, he didn't come out with the play, but he did manage to stay alive here. Boom shot still down there, trying to take out Identis. Identis needs some help. He goes down. His teammates finally rotate down low. They actually pick up 2 kills. Involving responds. If he can respond with a double of his own, his team's in a good position.
Someone just grabbed Boom, explosive kind of body block. That's 3 players, 4 players down. Adverse, how can he save the game? That is going to be the question. OpTic Gaming, they're going to make their way over towards D potentially. Adverse has to buy his teammates time. A couple players now off spawn. He's going to at least neutralize OpTic Gaming's home hill, but here comes the cavalry for SPLYCE. That just needed to win that 1v1. Explosive gets it. Trip cap domination inbound for OpTic Gaming. SPLYCE seemingly out of position. I don't think they're going to break the hill. They are not. And OpTic Gaming will be your Paris Open Gears Pro Circuit champions. Once again to OpTic Gaming, your Paris Open champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Gears of War Paris champions. Give it up for OpTic Gaming! All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna come on the side of Explosive, the captain of the OpTic Gaming lineup, taking the win here. Yet another trophy for you guys. How up here are you right now?
We're extremely happy with our performance. We've been winning online, so I'm happy that it translated over land. Congratulations to these dudes. They definitely came out and played. 2nd place, best international placing in Gears history.
Well, we say for every great win, it takes to have great opponents. How great was the competition here in Paris?
Absolutely crazy. I think it's amazing that we played SPLYCE in finals. I don't think anybody had them making it this far at all, besides maybe themselves. So they really came out here and played.
Well, you guys won everything this year, except that Mexico City event. But aside from that, it's been completely perfect. What is next for you? What is going to stop you?
What's next for us is Vegas, and I don't see anything stopping us anytime soon.
Well, guys, this is it. Nothing can stop OpTic Gaming. Let's hear it one more time for you Gears of War Paris champions, OpTic Gaming. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an incredible event here in France all weekend long. We've had everything, and this joy from OpTic Gaming means the world to them. Casters, let's wrap it up.